next question. Hi, Wizards. I have heard that whoever can afford to spend the most on advertising wins. Is this because outspending your competition on ads will make you outgrow them, or because those who are already successful and at the top can afford to spend more? And if it's the former, how do you help a small business outspend the big businesses they're competing with when they don't have as much media budget? Jim.
Oh man, we need to play that clip of post hoc ergo proctor hoc. That's what that is. That's post hoc ergo proctor hoc. It happened after, therefore it was caused by. And yeah, no, the big brands have a shit ton of money and can blow out all the advertising budgets. Why? Because they know what they're doing. And that's why they make so much money.
They've got good profit margins.
Then they can use that money to sort of run the room, right? But that's not shitty marketing. It cannot be fixed by an ad buy, right? You can't be a shitty business, and shitty marketing cannot spend enough to compensate for being a shitty business or for having shitty marketing. All they do is just have more people who roll their eyes at their ads or who aren't moved by their ads. Just way more eyeballs, useless eyeballs on it. Just write better shit. That's literally it. There's only two things you can do when you don't have the money to put on a Super Bowl ad or to have prime time, at South by Southwest or Prime Drive Radio. And that is write really good ads and be operationally excellent so that when the people who do hear you come to you, they are blown away and they start talking about it. And there's your ad spend.
Well, and take what budget you do have and make sure you're not spreading it too thin.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's as big a waste of ad budget as just buying too many ads, right? You can just spread it so thin that nobody hears it enough to remember it.
Yeah. My favorite Roy story on that was I heard the very, very first year I was here was how, when I heard him talk about his origin story, he got handed this shitty radio station. It was like an AM, and it was just, the lowest listener numbers in the entire town.
Yeah.
But, it was like, 2,000 or 3,000, 5,000 people or something like that. And he was like, well, that's, 1/100th of the big stations in the area, but it's still 5,000 people.
Yeah.
So like, if I could get, 10% of those people to act on an ad, that's still 500 new customers. That's real human beings.
Yeah.
Like, just because it's not as big in scale doesn't mean they aren't real eaters.
Yeah.
It's not bots, right? These are actual human beings. And so just kill it. This is the same thing in music. Kill it in your hometown. Don't worry that you can't sell out, compete with Bruce Springsteen. It's not your job.
Yeah.
Your job is to sell out your hometown first. Yeah.
I think that kind of ad math is important to start to understand when you do kind of look at your budget and know that it's small. All right, how do we be super efficient with this? Because man, if you're not, you'll get your ass handed to you.
Yeah. At the distillery, we can't afford to buy Austin airtime. It's insane, right? But if I could find a way to reach just the neighborhoods around here, of which there are like 50,000 homes, right? Like, I'm not going to put my money in radio and lose to Still Austin and Fierce Whiskers and all the big downtown Austin guys with a shit ton of money. I'm going to put my money into like, how do I reach these neighborhoods effectively who can come over to my tasting room on a Friday or a Saturday and hang out on the deck and discover that they have this amazing destination just down the street from their own home. Like, that's real money, right? And if I was service, it would be a similar thing where it's like, okay, maybe I can't get on KUT or one of the big radio stations if I have plumbing in Austin. I'm not going to compete with Radiant. But the upside of a big town like Austin is there's a lot of effective radio stations, right? You get into small towns and you get like half of the stations are noise.
Yeah.
Right. You get into Austin and it jumps like decimal points every time you do the scroll. And so you got a lot of opportunity to find some radio stations that are like, hey, we will work with you.
Well, and I think, you talk about neighborhoods like this,
Mhm.
right? And that's, I know the franchises, 1-800-GOT-JUNK and the One Day Wow Painting,
Yeah.
they believe in yard signs.
Oh, yeah.
They do them a lot. And, there's only one way in and out of the neighborhood here,
Mhm.
right? So yard signs is in the morning.
Yeah.
It says, hey, come back for happy hour at 3:00.
Yeah.
Right. We'll see you on the patio.
Yeah. That's right.
Right.
Yeah. Get back here
could
by
work,
30. We'll see you.
right?
And
And
that's a great
there's-
idea.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
little
I'll be right
neighborhoods.
back.
There's a lot of little neighborhoods around here that are like that. They have, my neighborhood has one entrance,
Yeah.
right? There's only
Yeah.
one way in and out of my
And there's
neighborhood.
several hundred homes back there.
Yeah. And so a yard sign at the exit
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
entrance,
Just,
probably the
just
exit.
be responsible with your yard signs. Don't just forget them.
responsible.
Man,
Yeah.
that's a great idea. I need only on Fridays. Stick a road sign down by the exit
If somebody
that says, "We
steals-
hope you
yeah.
have a great day.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Remember, it's Friday. We'll see you at happy hour."
Happy hour starts at noon.
Yeah, yeah. No,
That's
it's
right.
pretty plausible, right? Like, it can't just be like, it's 5:00 somewhere. Yeah. Like, no, it's gonna be like, hey, it's Friday.
Uh-huh.
We hope you have a great day. We'll see you at happy hour.
Uh-huh.
Crowder whiskey.
Yeah.
I won't even put the time. I would just put the
Yeah, yeah.
Crowder whiskey. They can look it up. They
Yeah,
know.
Why, yeah. People know
Because
what
happy hour is
is.
going to be different for everybody.
Yeah.
A little handwritten thing underneath. P.S. Food truck. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And food truck.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Happy hour is like when your body just knows when you're hungry. You just know when it's happy hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All
so
right.
Roy's answer.
Oh, yeah. We never got to Roy's answer.
Jill, ad budget matters, of course, but if it were true that whoever can afford to spend the most on advertising wins, then I would not have a 40-year track record of partnering with small companies to overtake their much larger competitors. Let's take one last look at the answer I gave Glenn at the beginning of this session, because those answers will give you a better understanding of how a young lion can take down bigger, heavier prey. 1, ability to write good ads. That one gets no additional explanation.
And move on.
2, knowledge of how to differentiate a business from its category. You must make your client's business distinctive and memorable. 3, honesty, willingness to accept responsibility for failure of an ad campaign. 4, courage to say what needs to be said. This is the secret to avoiding failed campaigns. 5, wisdom to know that good advertising will not fix a broken business. Your client has to have that inner electricity. Roy H. Williams.
Yep. There you go. That was a good wrap. Is that the end of the of his questions?
That's it. It's the end of the
All
question.
right. Well, that was easy.